Serena Williams didn't just win tennis matches. She survived a life that would have broken most people long before they ever reached a Grand Slam final. Picture a little girl on a cracked public court in Compton, California, where the ball bounced unevenly, and gunshots sometimes cut practice short. That girl grew up to become the greatest female tennis player in history. But the trophies were never the whole story. Before Serena was even born, her father Richard Williams had already written a 78-page plan to turn his future daughters into world champions. He taught himself tennis from books and videotapes, worked laborer shifts by day and security jobs on weekends to afford equipment. And when Venus arrived in 1980 and Serena in 1981, the plan was already waiting. It's a complicated legacy, visionary and controlling at the same time, and the question it raises is one Serena has carried her whole life. When your destiny is written before you can speak, what truly belongs to you? What nobody could script was the cruelty she'd face along the way. In 2001, at Indian Wells, 15,000 people booed her before a final match. Not just polite disapproval, but a thick, ugly wave of sound that reportedly included racial slurs directed at her father in the stands. Serena was 19 years old. She stepped onto that court anyway, and won. The scoreboard, she learned early, was the one place in the world that couldn't be argued with. Then came the kind of loss no title can touch. In September 2003, her eldest sister Yetunde Price was killed by a stray bullet while driving through Compton. She was 31. Serena rarely spoke about it publicly, but when the film depicting her family's story was released years later, she reportedly cried every time Yetunde appeared on screen. In 2016, she and Venus opened a community resource center in Compton, in their sister's name, providing free mental health and support services to families affected by gun violence. In January 2017, Serena won her 23rd Grand Slam title at the Australian Open, while 8 weeks pregnant. What followed nearly cost her everything. After an emergency C-section, she began experiencing breathing difficulties and recognized the warning signs of pulmonary embolism from her own medical history with blood clots. She says she asked for a CT scan and blood thinners and was not taken seriously at first. Tests eventually confirmed multiple clots in her lungs. She underwent 3 surgeries in the days that followed. There were moments, she later said, when she genuinely believed she might not survive. She went public with her experience, pointing to data showing Black women in America are far more likely to die in childbirth than white women, regardless of income or education, and asking a pointed question. If someone with her resources and platform wasn't listened to in a hospital, what was happening to women without any of those advantages? She came back. 1 year later, she was in the US Open final. What Serena Williams built over a lifetime isn't reducible to 23 Grand Slams, or a business portfolio, or magazine covers. It's visible in the girls who now look at a tennis court and know they belong there. In the women who trust their own bodies after she said out loud that hers was ignored. In a center in Compton still open every day in her sister's name. She didn't just endure, she built something from every wound. If this story moved you, hit like and subscribe. There are more stories like this one waiting for you.